On the news tonight, President Muhammadu Buhari dissolves a National Business and Technical Examination Board. In business, NUPENG threatens strike over cut in allocation. And on the foreign scene, Recep Tayyip Erdogan becomes Turkey's first executive president. Hello there and many thanks for joining us on Superscreen's news broadcasting to you live from Lagos. I am Adenike Oweye Ajiboye. President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the dissolution of the Governing Board of National Business and Technical Examination Board, NABTEB. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Sonny Ekono, who disclosed this in a statement made available to journalists in Abuja, said the approval is with immediate effect. Ekono said the president had also directed the Minister of Education, Malam Adamu, to take immediate measures to reposition and refocus NABTEB for greater efficiency and to render its performance more responsive to the expectations of the present administration. And away from this, President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated the All Progressives Congress APC over its election of new executives. The president made this known at the party's convention held in Abuja. Details in this report.
The All Progressives Congress APC convention saw new executives emerge to occupy its vacant positions. Speaking on the achievement, President Muhammadu Buhari congratulated the party and its members for the success recorded.
Let me salute the patience, forbearance, and spirit of accommodation that has been on display as we held elections to fill positions in our National Working Committee. I salute aspirants who, for the common good, had to shelve personal ambition and stood down for others they were to have contended with.
The difference between us and the other parties is our firm commitment to integrity and fighting grand corruption.
Former Governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole, who was sworn in as the new chairman of the party, was elected through an affirmative vote for delegates, having run as a sole candidate following the withdrawal of his opponent days before the convention. In his acceptance speech, he expressed readiness to tackle numerous challenges facing the party.
I believe with my own background, I am used to managing divergences. And this is just another task. It will be done to the satisfaction of our president, of our governors, of our senators, of our representatives, of our House of Assembly members, and indeed of all the rank and file members of our party.
In his remarks, Tinubu said the former President Olusegun Obasanjo had no moral justification to ask President Muhammadu Buhari not to recontest the presidency in 2019. He added that he was happy to be in the APC and for not listening to those who advised him against associating with President Muhammadu Buhari.
They called me. We don't want the general. One member said he cannot be general anymore. He's tired of being generals. I said, until we finish with Boko Haram and looting, we need one more general. Now, we have a general that they asked me not to follow. Because you was a general, if you call yourself a Democrat, don't follow this man. I say I'm not mad enough to listen to your lies.
While the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, charged the newly elected ESCO members of the party to ensure justice for both the weak and strong. Senate President Bukola Saraki acknowledged that there are challenges in the party and called for redress.
Especially to the leader, our non-leader, brand new chairman, the man who was a comrade and later became an executive comrade. He has seen it all, as attested to by our great leader, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Complex issues at the lower level and at the highest level.
And now he's called upon to lead this biggest political family in Africa. His leadership skills will be tested.
Can we do it again? Of course we can. Do we have challenges? Of course we can. We do have those challenges. But the responsibility of leadership is to tackle challenges and take them head on. It is irresponsible of leadership not to take on challenges and find solutions. Mr. Chairman, you have spoken so well because you have admitted that there are challenges. What you've said, which I must praise, that immediately you set to work to address those challenges. As full as this place is, there are those who should be here who are not here. We need everybody. We want everybody so that we can carry on with the assignment that Nigerians have given us.
It remains to be seen how Oshomole will settle the squabbles among the bigwigs and the party.
The outgoing national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, John Oyegun, has lauded the strength of the party and hailed President Muhammadu Buhari for his performance in office. Oyegun, who disclosed this while delivering a speech at the convention, thanked members of the party for giving him the opportunity to serve.
If you read the social media and you read some of the headlines in our media, you will think this is a party that was on the verge of implosion, that it has divisions within it that were fatal. But look around, colorful, one happy family. I thank you for this privilege. Mr. President, I thank you especially for the opportunity to work closely with you, interact with you, and the support that you gave all the while. I'm not going to make any great big policy pronunciations. Today is a day of expressing my very deep gratitude to all of you. I see a vibrant party. I see a party of passionate followers who are ready to follow our president because of the principled leadership, in spite of the crude abuses, insinuations, fake stories that have been hurled in his direction, all of which he has not allowed to dissuade him in any way or detract him from his course.
You will recall that Oyegun emerged the national chairman of the party in 2014. Still staying with APC, the new chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Adams Oshomole, has been advised to work on restoring peace in the party. Senator representing Kaduna Central, Shehu Sani, gave the advice while reacting on his absence at the APC convention held in Abuja.
Oshomole is a nice person, he's a good performer, he's a leader, but there are issues in the party. He is going to inherit a civil war and a cold war and a party that people simply kept their hatchets in their pockets. The congresses, the world congresses, the local government congresses, and the state congresses were simply a fraud. And there are people who are aggrieved in the party who have not been treated well, who have been treated with contempt. Now it behooves on Adams to extend an olive branch to everybody and make peace. But he has to fight entrenched interests, those who were responsible for the denigration of the party in the last 3 years, those who undermined his credibility, and those who worked against all that the party stood for. He must work hard to restore the dignity, the promise, and the image of the party that has been badly battered in the last 3 years. The governors are holding sway in the party, and it's very clear that the president is helpless. But what I can assure you, that people like me will not condone and will not in any way accept to be enslaved in a party that refuses to do justice to all its members.
The senator also said he is confident of facing any threat, maintaining that he is prepared to leave APC if injustice continues.
There was a framework for me and for a man like me who has been to many prisons and many cells and many courts in my life, an activist in life. I have no fear of speaking up my mind against anybody. Yes.
Even if you're threatened?
Well, we have been so much in trouble in our lives, right from our 20s, to the fact that there is no trouble that shakes us.
So are there any likely possibility that you're going to leave the party?
Well, in the next few weeks, if they are not ready to do justice to us, we are going to leave the party.
Senator Shehu Sani speaking there. And now moving on, the Social Democratic Party SDP in Osun State has reiterated its stance on the membership status of Senator Ayola Omishore, insisting that he is not a member of the party. Chairman of the party in the state, Ademola Ishola, made this known in a press conference held in Osogbo, the Osun State capital. Ishola said the process of becoming a member of the party in line with the dictates of the party's constitution requires familiarization and registration from the ward to the local government level. He said none of the process of registration as a member from the state has been fulfilled by Omishore. And away from the stalking national security, President Muhammadu Buhari has reacted to the recent crisis in Plateau State that left no fewer than 100 people dead. In a statement made available to journalists by President's Senior Special Assistant Garba Shehu, the President attributed the killings and destruction of property to the handiwork of some politicians who hoped that their quest for instability and chaos in the country will give them an advantage in the coming elections. The president also said Nigerians affected by the herdsman-farmer clashes must always allow the due process of the law to take its course rather than taking matters into their own hands. And our Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, has condemned the killings of several persons in Bakin Ladi, a local government area of Plateau State. Dogara, in a statement signed by his Special Assistant on Media and Public Affairs, Turaki Hassan, said it is reprehensible that people who gathered to bury their dead will be gruesomely murdered in that manner. Dogara also said security agencies must rise up to the task of securing the lives of citizens of the country. Now, Senator representing Bayelsa East, Ben Boo, says the changes made by members of the National Assembly is constitutional right in the 2018 budget. Senator Bruce made this justification known in an interview with Superscreen on Sunday in Lagos.
We run the American system of government. In the American system of government, there's separation of powers. The executive, they propose a budget. We decide the budget. They can only propose. So, for instance, if we wanted to give the Ministry of Transport a zero budget, that's what we do. If we want to give them double what they propose, that's what we do. I mean, it's our job to decide what the budget is, not the executive. I think there's a lot of misunderstanding. We run the American system. So look at the American system. When it goes to Congress, Trump can propose and the Senate can reject it, and he can veto it. And so our budget is the budget, and the president can veto it, and after 30 days we'll override his veto. That's how it is. It's not a complex problem, but the Constitution is very clear. We decide what the budget is, not the executive. There's always been a rift between the executive and the legislative arm of government from inception. From the day we were sworn in till today, there's always been a rift. There's nothing new. So we're used to it now. There's always going to be a rift. It's not something I worry about.
And you think it's healthy for democracy?
It's not healthy, but, what can we do? I mean, they gave us a budget one time. They stole the budget in the middle of the night. They brought it back in the daylight. I mean, we've seen everything in government. So it doesn't bother me anymore. I mean, the rift is a rift. Some people are fighters. Some people are not so aggressive. This government is a very aggressive government, and that's just how it is.
Reacting on the nation's state of security, Ben Bruce condemned the killings by herdsmen and called for official declaration of the cattle rearers as a terrorist group.
I think it's ridiculous. I think the herdsmen are terrorists, recognized across the world as terrorists, should be declared as a terrorist group. I don't think IPOB killed anybody, and I don't think they should be declared as a terrorist group. I think there's a contradiction there. IPOB should not be a terrorist group. The herdsmen should be a terrorist group. Every day in the Senate, we hear about, what is sad is when we sit there and they tell us that a pregnant woman has had her stomach slit and an unborn child removed, and a young man in Kogi has the arm amputated. And then we're talking of ISIS. It's a serious issue. And if not dealt with, we're going to end up in a very chaotic situation as a nation, and it'll be dangerous for all of us to live in this country. And so I urge the government to declare them a terrorist group and to deal with the facts. The facts the herdsmen are a terrorist group, and that is how it is. And the facts speak for themselves. I don't need to explain it any further.
Well, that is Senator representing Bayelsa East, Ben Bruce, speaking there. And away from that, the State High Court sitting in Abuja has granted bail to the co-defendants of leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. The co-defendants who now face 3 counts of treasonable felony are Bright Chimezie, National Coordinator of IPOB, Chidebere Owudiwe, Benjamin Madubu, and David Nwawuse. The defendants are also expected to report to the commissioners of police in their various states of residence every 2 weeks. You'll recall that Justice Binta Nyako had earlier on February 20, 2018 ordered the separation of Kanu's trial from that of the rest of his co-defendants as the IPOB leaders' absence from court continue to halt progress in the case. You're still watching Superscreen's flagship news. Coming up in business, Nupeng threatens strike over cut in allocation. Join us for details of this and more after this timeout. Well, so glad to have you back. The Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, has decried allegation by the presidency that the National Assembly cut 11.5 billion naira from allocations to critical infrastructure like roads in the 2018 national budget. In a statement by its president, Williams Akporeha, NUPENG threatened that it might be forced to mobilize against the members of the National Assembly if nothing is done to remedy the situation. NUPENG also said cutting allocations meant for crucial and very critical infrastructural projects with huge socioeconomic impacts on national and regional roads is unreasonable and insensitive to the yearning of the people. And our latest review on oil firms' financial and operations reports has revealed that the group monitoring a loss of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation NNPC for 2015, 2016, and 2017 is 547 billion naira. According to the review, which was done by the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative (NATE) and released in Abuja, the refineries posted a cumulative performance of 12.26% during the 3-year period. Nate also said for the 3 years under review on refineries and domestic crude utilization, the facilities recorded an average capacity utilization of 12.26%. That's it in business news. Still ahead on the news. Recep Tayyip Erdogan becomes Turkey's first executive president. Details of this and more coming up shortly.